Hi, welcome back to VRC Smart Edu channel, and we are here with the seventh part of this chapter. So actually we have already covered six parts from this chapter, and this is going to be the last part from this chapter. So be clear with the concept so that this concept will be easy for you. Okay, you can go and watch the previous sessions. The links are provided in the description, and you can also see that I'm giving the link of the previous session that is going to pop up in this place. You can just visit it. Okay, so knowing the previous parts will help you to learn better in the future parts. Okay, so this is the last part where we are going to deal with the mutation, genetic disorders, pedigree analysis, Mendalian disorder, and chromosomal disorder. So these are very important topics. So let us quickly dive on and look after all the things from this topics. Okay, easy only. Let's go on. So starting with mutation. Okay, it is very simple to understand, but it's not too complex. See, mutation means some changes. Okay, you have the chromosome, and chromosome, certain changes will happen in the DNA. Inside the chromosome we have DNA, right? So certain changes will happen in DNA. The changes can be either the gain of the base pair or the loss of the base pair, or change in the base pair. Alteration or change in the base pair will cause the mutation. Okay, so sudden heritable change in DNA sequence. Suppose the DNA arranged, for example, this is a DNA arranged. So either this DNA is going to be lost, okay, or one extra DNA is going to be gained, okay, or this instead of this DNA, any other new DNA is going to come, okay, which results in the change of the genotype. Thus the genetic code or phenotype, the physical appearance of an organism, is given a term called mutation. This mutation is a term given by Hugo de Veres. This is very important. Who named the term, or who gave the term mutation, means you have to write it as Hugo de Veres in the year 1901. This is really important to remember in NEET point of view or board exam point of view. It is important in 1 mark. Okay, so what is mutation is really important. Okay, it is a sudden heritable change. So during the reproduction time, during the formation of germ cells, some changes may occur, due to which mutation can be caused. So mutation, you all know that very well. Mutation leads to what? Mutation, continuous mutation leads to evolution. Okay, continuous mutation will lead to evolution. Clear? Okay, it is caused either by loss or gain or change in the base pair of DNA. Already I said, in the DNA, single base pair of DNA, there could be a change. Either it can be gained, or it can be lost, or it can be changed. Okay, so based on this type, loss, gain, change, based on this type, we have two different types of mutation. How many types? Two types of mutation we have. The first one is frame shift mutation. Another one is the point mutation. Be clear. Point mutation, frame shift mutation. So there are two types of mutation. What is the meaning of frame shift mutation? This loss or gain, this alone will contribute the frame shift mutation. Change will cause the point mutation. Be very clear, loss or gain, frame shift mutation, change is point mutation. Okay, see, frame shift mutation, loss, that means deletion. So something is going to be removed. I told you, if this is going to be removed completely, then it is going to be lost. The loss of sequence, DNA sequence, single base pair of DNA. Base pair of DNA means what? First of all, what is a base pair of DNA? Base pair of DNA. Base pair of DNA is nothing but adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. This is the base pair of DNA. If there is going to be the DNA, there is going to be the DNA. For example, this is the DNA. DNA will be in rotation like this, right? Like this only your DNA will be. In your DNA, in between only base pairs will be present. Two base pairs will be present. Okay, in there, if adenine, it is going to pair with cytosine, guanine it is going to pair with thymine, like that. So while pairing, what happens? It's going to gain the DNA, that is base pairs. See, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, like this. It is present means, for example, your adenine is going to be removed. That means it is going to be deleted. Then it is called as frame shift mutation. If something is going to be removed or deleted, or something is going to be gained, it is called as frame shift mutation. Okay, so insertion, duplication, gain or loss is called as frame shift mutation. DNA segment, so that the whole frame of contents is changed. Yes, whole thing will be changed completely. Correct? Either it is going to be gained or lost. That is called as frame shift mutation. If one base pair is going to be replaced by the another, any other, it is going to be replaced by another, then it is called as what? Point mutation. So mutation due to the change in the single base pair of DNA. Okay, so for example, sickle cell anemia is a good example for point mutation. Okay, mutation results in chromosomal abnormalities. So if any abnormalities occurs in the chromosome, it is all because of what? It is because of mutation. Clear? Just listen here carefully. Here you can be able to see that. See, chromosomal aberrations are seen in cancer cells. So, cancer cells will keep on increasing because of some error in the copying of DNA. So, because of that, what happens? This chromosomal disabilities is mostly seen in the cancer cells. Mutagens. What is the difference between mutation and mutations? Mutation is a process by which gain or loss or replacement of DNA will take place. Okay, but mutagens means the agents that is going to cause mutation. Induce in the sense nothing but cause. Agents means some things that is going to cause mutation. If you're going to say pollination, what are pollinating agents? Means you say wind, air, that is insects. You will say these things, right? Similarly, here also mutation. Mutation, if it need to occur, some external agent is also responsible. That is called as mutagens. That includes physical mutagens. There are two types of mutagens: physical mutagens and chemical mutagens. If it's going to be physical mutagens, then it is going to be UV radiation, X-ray. We are taking no X-ray and some other rays. Okay, we have many other rays. UV radiation is common, and some other rays also we have alpha ray, gamma ray, like that. So those. Then chemical mutagens, mustard gas, phenol, formalin, etc. These are going to be your chemical mutagens. If the person is undergoing all these things, they can have the possibility of getting their genetic material, that is the DNA, to be mutated. Clear? Hope you got that. Let's go to the next concept. So now we are going to talk about the next thing is called as genetic disorder. Okay, so we already saw that the mutation leads to disorders. Okay, so genetic disorders we already studied. So now we are going to see under genetic disorder, the first thing that we are going to see is going to be pedigree analysis, and this is really important to understand very well. Okay, pedigree analysis. So first question you need to understand is why we are going to use this pedigree analysis. First question is why to use pedigree analysis. So pedigree analysis is used for finding the genetic disorder in our family tree. Okay, so for example, if your mother is going to have any genetic disorder, you are going to find it out whether it is going to occur for the next generation or not. For that, we are going to use the pedigree analysis to find that. Okay, so here you can able to see that it is a representation. That is, you are representing something. It is a representation or chart showing family history is called as a family tree or pedigree. So you're going to analyze the things that you, in your past, whoever got the disease, and in your future, whether it will come or not. You're just analyzing it. That is called as pedigree analysis. Thus, analysis of such traits in several generations in a family is called as the pedigree analysis. In a family, you're going to analyze the trait. For example, one of the trait you're taking. Okay, the trait that is responsible for causing the color blindness. Okay, color blindness. So, if it is going to be the trait that is responsible for color blindness, then you are going to just look after it for several generations, whether it could be passed from one generation to the another generation or not. Okay, if your ancestors, that is your great grandmother, is going to have that, then how it is going to pass generation after generation, that is called as pedigree analysis. Okay, in human control, cross are not possible. So the study of family history about the inheritance is used. So in human genetics, pedigree study is utilized to trace the inheritance of the specific trait. Just taking the specific trait, abnormality or disease, you're going to trace it, how it is going to pass from one generation to the another generation. That is called as pedigree analysis. So now let us see the names of some symbols. So these symbols are really important. If you have to have a complete knowledge about the pedigree analysis, you have to understand about these symbols. Okay, first you have the symbol called square, right? The square shaped symbol. This square shaped symbol represents the male. Okay, male. And the circle shape, this represents the female. Okay, this rhombus shape is there, no? This rhombus shape is representing the sex unspecified. Unspe- Unspecified. Okay, see, you can able to see that the square is shaded and the circle is shaded and the rhombus is also shaded. So all the things are getting shaded. That means it shows they are affected. They are affected individuals. So affected individuals. Now the square, and in between one line is represented and one circle is there. This is showing mating. Okay, but here two lines are there. The difference is here single line, here two lines. That means mating between relatives. Between relatives. That means here marrying between the relatives, here marrying outside. Okay, rhombus with 5, the symbol is given as rhombus with 5. That means 5 affected unspecified, 6 unspecified people, 5 are affected. Okay, here unaffected, because the symbol, they are not shown the cross symbol, that is, it is not completely filled or colored, so it is unaffected. 5 unaffected offspring. Okay, now see this one. Here you have the parents and you have the offspring. This shows that they are having the offspring. So the top you have the parents, at the top you have the parents, and at the bottom the two divisions you have, no, these two divisions are children. Okay, children are the at the bottom, have the children. Okay, so order of birth is from left to right. Okay, this side only you will go. So this is the elder one, this will be the elder one, and this will be the younger one. So order of birth order of birth is from left to right. Okay, that is a way they go. Clear? That is a way they go. Now, if I'm going to shade this region, this is going to be the male, right? So top is showing the parents. That parents is having the affected male offspring. That parents is going to have affected male offspring. This symbol represents the particular female. Okay, it is a circle, right? So female is a carrier. Particular female is a carrier of the disease. She's not having the disease, but she's carrying the particular trait or disease. This shows they are twins. This symbol shows they are twins. These are the important symbols that you have to remember. Okay. So if you see here, you have to, I told, for pedigree analysis, first we have to understand that the symbols are really important for complete understanding of pedigree analysis. Apart from that symbol, two questions you have to ask yourself in order to solve a pedigree analysis. Okay, what type of question can be asked from your pedigree analysis in your board examination? So from your pedigree analysis in your board examination, the type of question that can be asked is they will be giving you a pedigree analysis. Okay, one chart of a pedigree analysis. And they will ask you to find whether it is going to be dominant or recessive. They will ask you whether it is sex-linked or autosomal. If it is X-linked, it is X-linked or Y-linked. That also they can ask. So if you have to answer for this question, you need to answer two questions that are projected on the screen. So what is projected in the screen? All affected offsprings have affected parents. First question is, you have to check this question. First thing is, all affected offspring has affected parents. If all affected offspring, already I told, chart can be, okay, see the chart will be something like this. Okay, example I'm just drawing here. You can have, so I told the chart will be something like this. Okay, so here may be shaded. See here, first question I told, all affected parents have affected offspring. So here no affected parents but affected offspring. Here the condition is no. Here affected parent is there and affected offspring is there. Yes, here the condition is. So if the condition is going to be yes, if this question the answer is going to be yes, then the particular disease is going to be dominant. Okay, so here the disease, whatever it is going to be there, disease or characters, whatever it is going to be there, that is going to be here, it is going to be dominant. Here the particular disease or trait, what is going to be there, that is going to be recessive. Okay, so that is going to be here also, that is going to be, if it is answer is going to be no, then it is going to be recessive. Clear? Right. Affected males have affected mother. This is very, very important. Males should have mother, affected mother and affected daughter. If yes, then it is going to be sex linked. Sex linked or Y linked. Okay, sex linked or Y linked. Okay, so if no, it is going to be autosomal. Autosomal. Okay, if affected females is going to have affected father and affected son, then it is going to be sex linked or X linked, and it is also, if it is no, then it is going to be autosomal. You have to be very clear with this. With this chart only we are going to solve the pedigree chart. Okay, so be clear with this chart. Now let us see the examples of pedigree chart. Okay, two pedigree charts that is given in your NCERT textbook. Here in the first chart you can able to look the first question what I told to ask whether the affected parents have affected offspring. In the first chart, okay, you have affected parent as well as affected offsprings. Yes, affected offsprings are present. So it is going to be the dominant disease. It's going to be dominant disease. The second question what you have to answer is affected parent should have that is the affected mother should have the affected son should have the affected daughter. Affected father should have affected daughter should have affected mother. That order you should remember. Okay, if it is going to be father, then it will be passed to daughter, daughter to son. Okay, father's daughter, daughter's son. If it is going to be from mother, mother's son, son's daughter. So this order is very important. You have to remember this order. Okay, so this order is very important. So it is going to be dominant and mother, son, but son is not having any daughter. So this is not the order. So mother, then it's going pass to the daughter and it is passed to the daughter again. So it is not showing this order. So it is not a sex linked or Y linked or nothing. So it is going to be autosomal. So it is dominant autosomal disorder. And seeing this chart, you have the parents. Both the parents are unaffected. So affected parent should have affected offspring and the criteria is not applicable here. That means it is going to be the recessive trait. Going to be recessive. Okay. So the criteria is not satisfied. So it is recessive. And one more thing what you have to see for here. See, here both the parents are unaffected. Again the offspring is affected. And here there is no such order is followed, so it is also autosomal. Autosomal. So try practicing numerous number of charts so that it will be very easy for you. The thing is you have to remember two different questions. First question is all affected parents should have affected offspring. Check for that. Next one is this order you have to check. Father to daughter, daughter to son, mother to son, son to daughter. If this order is applicable, then it is sex linked. If this order is not applicable, then it is going to be autosomal disorder. Clear? Okay. So be careful with this. So now let us move to the next. Now moving on to Mendalian's disorder. Now let's see what is Mendalian's disorder. Okay. Under Mendelian's disorder, various subdivisions are there. Let's cover it quickly. Okay. So Mendelian's disorder. So Mendelian's disorder are mainly due to the mutation or alteration in the single gene. Any changes that have happened, because of that only Mendelian's disorder is caused. The Mendelian's disorder, the pattern of inheritance, how it is going to be inherited from one generation to the another generation. So if it had occurred from your great ancestors, how it is going to occur in future. All these things you can be trace it using the pedigree analysis. Okay. So first Mendelian disorder that we're going to discuss is about the color blindness. So color blindness. What is all about color blindness? So here you can able to see normal color vision. Here I have given the picture of a green blindness, blue blindness and red blindness. But now we are going to see just simply about color blindness. If the people have color blindness, a particular color is not visible for them. Green blindness, you can able to see that the green color is not visible for them. Okay, blue blindness, the blue color is not visible. Red blindness means red color will not be visible. So they can't see a specific color. That means they have color blindness. Okay, they can't distinguish the color. This is the color. They can't distinguish. That is called as the color blindness. Clear? So color blindness is a sex linked. That means the order, it will be having that order. It will be passed from male to daughter, from mother to the son, son to daughter. That fashion it will be passed. So only it is called as the sex linked recessive disorder. If the father have that disorder, then the possibility of getting the disorder for the daughter is more. If the mother is having the disorder, then the possibility of getting the disorder for the son will be more. Clear? So sex linked recessive disorder. So recessive disorder means it's not following any order. Because if parents have, surely the offspring should have. It's not like that. The baby, the parents can be the carrier also. Due to defect in the red and green cone of eyes, resulting in the failure of discrimination between green color and red color. They can't discriminate whether it is green color or red color. It occurs in 8% of the male and 0.4% of the female. Female are less percentage compared to the males. Gene responsible for this lies in the X chromosome. Okay, it usually occurs where the female, mostly the female will be the carrier. It will be mostly passed from mother to her son. Female will be mostly a carrier. That means only less percentage of the female they will get. More percentage is occurred in male only. This color blindness. Clear? Next, moving on to the next disease. Next, we are moving on to Haemophilia. What is haemophilia? Haemophilia is also called as royal disease. Haemophilia is also called as the royal disease. Okay, royal disease. Why it is called as royal disease means in haemophilia, once we get injured, no, what happens is the blood will not clot immediately. This condition of haemophilia is seen in Queen Victoria's family. Okay, so haemophilia we are seeing about, it's a royal disease actually. What is that royal disease? Royal disease is nothing but, see, it is seen in Queen Victoria family. So actually Queen Victoria is the carrier for this disease. So she carried the disease for her future generation. Okay, so this is called as a royal disease because it is a disease that is linked with blood. Once a small injury occurs, continuous bleeding will come. Okay, it will not clot easily. So it is a X-linked recessive disease. That means it is a disease that is caused. It is a sex-linked disease only. A defect in one protein involved in clotting of blood. So only the blood clotting will not occur easily. So because of that, continuous bleeding from wounds will take place. Okay. So unaffected carrier female. Okay. Female will not be affected, but they will act as a carrier for this disease to some male progenies. Okay, this point is important. This condition is seen in Queen Victoria pedigree. She is a haemophilia carrier. So here you can able to see she is a carrier, so that this person is affected. Okay, so this person not. This person is affected like that. Many of the person is getting affected in her heredity. Okay, so this person is affected. So all these things clear. Okay, hope you understood what is haemophilia. Clear. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Actually time up. So I am ending the video with haemophilia itself. So still more we have few diseases. After haemophilia we have to talk about sickle cell anemia, female ketonuria, and we also need to talk about chromosomal disorders. So the video will be lengthy, so I'm just stopping here. So I'll be continuing the remaining part of this chapter in the next video. It will be the part 7 continuation video. There you can watch the remaining part of this session. Okay, it will be also interesting, so just join me. So for now I'm ending this video. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed our channel, kindly subscribe it and click the bell button for notification. Thank you so much.